Why do you Nagas keep leaving such great comments? How dare you? How dare you convince me to keep going, man? Who gave you the right to talk to me about key power? I'm rested, man. I'm chilling. I'm not going to do no reading except for your comments. I'm just relaxing. Shabbat Shalom. I just wanted to give my Nagas a nice little comic boost, man. Blue Marvelin'. Hey, man. Hey, Tribe, I think we need a song called Blue Marvel, man. Hey, anybody got a beat? You know what I mean? If you're a producer, you got a dope beat that you like, yo, I've been holding on to this for a purpose. Can you just drop it on these Nagas and allow us to feature your great beat and feature, you know what I'm saying, Tribal Muff, the Tribe. We got something to say, man. You know, can we feature My Jigga, Nine Spiral, Yosef the Real, Natural by Law, CJ Battle? Can we feature the Tribe? Can we just spark it off and pop it off in real time, man? Shout out to all my Nagas doing your thing, man. How dare y'all keep leaving these great comments? But yeah, hit me up though, for real. Tribal Mafia, man. We popping up Tribe Up Music. Music at 432thedrop.com, man. Hit me up, man. Music at 432thedrop.com, and we'll dig on these beats, and then we'll flow with the one that's good for this flow for the Blue Marvel flow. But we'll probably do a part two. So if we don't use your beat for part one, we'll probably do it for part two. We don't know, man. We're gonna pop off. We're gonna do remixes. We popping off, man. That's all you need to know about us. Is that we popping off. Shout out Groovy Huey, man. We need Groovy Huey. Hey, shout out Lucky Lamar. We need Lucky Lamar. Dizzle Fitty. Hey, J-Law, can you sing the hook for Blue Marvelin'? Oh, we out of here, boss. We out of here, boss. Let me be quiet, man. I got my droplets finally chilling, so I can really Shabbat it up. And I choose to Shabbat it up with you. You know, the family's good. Shout out Chef Candy. She's over there popping off curry falafels, man, going crazy. Children are Yapa, all praise a wow for coming. All, all static, anything in a way. I see them overcoming, and I'm just so proud of my droplets, and I'm proud of your droplets too. How dare y'all leave such great comments at 432 The Drop Radio. Hey, y'all tuned in, man. Y'all heard that 9 Spiral for Forbidden Script, man, popping off 8 o'clock Pacific every Friday. Did y'all hear Aqua Thai Battle Poetry popping off, man? Man, we got Aqua Thai Battle Poetry popping off, man. You know what I'm saying? 7 o'clock, 9 Spiral at 8, Torah only sessions at 9, Tanakh only sessions at 10. We only the wave. Our time isn't always exact, but if you're tuning in, you're tuning in, man. That's how I see it, man. And we're gonna drop it. Only the wave. What a great, Shabbat. What I'm saying, we've been having so far. So let's keep the great energy going. So we must talk key. Love to James Watson. Key Kong is the energy key. Right? They call it chi power. Or with the dragon, we call it Ka. This is the chi in China, or the chi in Shi. That's in the Shikama. As in the Olmec, or the Shishia. She is the key, as in Chicago. Shout out to my Chicago cons, Illinois cons, Indiana cons, Michigan cons. What it do? We're growing, man. None of us is perfect. We need the key. I'm doing my best. You're doing your best. It don't mean we gotta, do our best together. Sometimes we can, get a perspective, man. You know what I'm saying? Do our best, and just support from afar. But if we can do it together, let's do it together, man. For real. You know what I mean? Shabbat Shalom to the cons. Allah. Key Kong is the key, building your inner energy and create the iron shirt body. All right. Templar, can you take the wheel, man? Because I don't really know what an iron shirt body is, but I'm sure if we recon, it got something to do with dragons. We are like dragons. Oh, okay, bang. Here we go. We can shoot etheric fire energy from our hands into the enemy or direct it to heal the body organs of others or ourselves. You know what, man? Love to copper color creation. Just relaxing, man. Hey, Shabbat Shalom. I'm gonna fall back, maybe, we're gonna pop off for a few minutes, and then I'm chilling. I'm just enjoying my flow. Oh man, somebody popping off the comic flow already on a NAGA. Man, I think NAGAs is getting real marvelly, man. Because we seeing like, come on, man, y'all put all these stories in anime and Dragon Ball Z's with the Pokemons, man. Shout out to everybody dropping that drop on IG and YT. It's never been such a real time, man, to drop that drop, man, to pop off, man. It's never felt so good. And I'm grateful to have helped and assisted in any way to lay any foundation. But my Nagas, hey, hi. I love y'all, man. I really do love my Nagas. I really do love Drop Nation. I love doing this with you. Not for you, but with you. I am your Khan, you are my Khan. You know what I'm saying? Ma, Khan means priest. So you are Khan, Ma, you are Khan. We got to be each other's Khan. We got to be each other's code keeper, priesthood. We got to represent the Khan, the American, right? Amaru Khan. We got to represent the Khan. You're watching Star Trek every time he's leaving the bridge. Hey, such and such, take the Khan. You got to take the Khan. It's your Khan. Khan don't mean king. We're talking priest. Wong means king. Yeah, we're talking Dawi, one shepherd forever. But I am your Khan, and you're my Khan, and we're doing it together. And Ma, we appreciate you, because that music you put out, man, you are the Khan, bro. Love to Dizzle. He said, man, Ma is speaking that language now. So Ma, keep going, just like you told me to keep going. The reason why we got the Preston 100, I'm going to keep it 100, is Five Eyes Ma, man, Ma Jigging. He said, nah, man, keep going. Just like y'all keep telling me to keep going for Marvel. And I'm like, chill. But Ma said, nah, man, keep your foot on their neck, man. Not y'all, you know what I'm saying, but the hijack. Keep your foot on the hijack's neck. We're slicing and dicing with the press. We're about to pick it right back up exclusively at 432thedrop.com. But that's why I got the hunt on, because I had things to do. Ma's popping off with MHOE. Most high over everything, man. If you're on IG, you just put in most high over OVA _ everything. We out of here. We're designing. Really, Ma's designing. Really the future, man. The future garments, the future flow. We starting out with some t-shirt lays, man. Look out for the garments, though. Look out for the ponchos. Yeah, we rocking ponchos. Watch this, man. Watch out for the Letterman jackets. We're doing it for the Aquas and the Ox. Most high over everything. So, Five Eyes Ma got the vision. You know what I mean? And, I play designer. I think I know what looks good, but Ma got the vision, just like he's doing with tribal music. He's pioneered that, man. He's put that on his back and said, I'm representing it now. We're doing it for the tribe now. I take it serious, man, because Ma take it serious. And Ma said, get the Preston 100 now. I said, now? Like, just go. Just go, man. Get in there, man. Here's the ball. Take it to the house. It's MHOE or nothing. We rocking it for a while. Most high. It's going to remind all our knockers about our ancient love song. Man, we doing it for the ancient love song. Hey, Aquashila, she representing. Ty Battle, I think, got one of these, beautiful garment lays, man. And We want our fabric. It's not just like, we want to make shirts or, or just, we want them to be true to life, high frequency garments. So we're really paying attention to the fabrics we'll be using in the future and how we design and, just how it charges the NAGA up. You got NAGAs thinking about charging you up, man, when you think MHOE, most of it, everything, the brand, the fashion brand, out the mind bone of my jigger. So MHAA, most high above all. So my jig is serious, man. All this is trademark. We see Nagas trying to, get in the tailspin, use a lot of the flow, and that's cool. The vernacular is the vernacular, but, don't, keep the code. Let Ma pop off. Don't copy his style like that. You know what I'm saying? Support it, but come on, man. Don't be trying to represent like you in the mind bone of my jigger, man. So I gotta get an A-Hop. My jig is popping off, MHOE, and I'm just proud to, represent it. I'm proud to witness it. And, this is what we doing, man. We tribing up. We doing this for the land. We got our proceeds going to our land. And we popping off in Joy World. We want to acquire land. We want to build land for the tribe. Help us. Support us, man. Bucket hats. We popping off. MHOE, man. So if you ain't got here yet on IG, make sure you are, popping off with us here. You know what I'm saying? You in the classroom because it's happening. And, it's happy. It's happy times for us. It's time to get our garments. Look out for the ponchos. Look out for the Kickstarter. We'll talk about it another time. We're ready to, truly raise funds to put our, store together in real time. You know what I'm saying? Get the equipment we need to be self-sufficient, independent in this particular lane. You know what I'm saying? So, we appreciate all of what my Nagas is popping off with. And this is what we're doing. This is most high over everything. Everything, boss. Oh, wow. Yeah. Dragons everywhere. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. MHOE. KTC. Look out for mem sauce. So I'm just chilling, man, enjoying this flow with y'all. We about to get Blue Marvelly from a cons that's interested, man. You gotta be interested, to see, what's on the other side of this veil, Hijack City, how they portraying us, what they doing. We got real dragons popping off. Love the copper color creation. We got real dragoons popping off. Real dragon caught on camera in Japan. We got real dragons popping off. Is it play?
Caught on camera in Japan.
Not Spiral, what they do. Uh-oh. Or maybe it's fake. Who knows, man? You think it's fake, man? Hey, who knows, man? Maybe it is. Don't be scared. Maybe it's fake. Maybe Hijack, don't jump out your window, Hijack.
Real dragon caught on camera in Japan.
Hijack, don't jump out your window, man. Maybe it's fake. But if it's real, it's real. If it's real, if this is real, I see why they afraid. Because we Blue Marvel, right? We're talking dragon fire. We're talking volcanoes. Love to David G. Bevan. Whoa, dragon snails with scales? Wait, what? Dragon snails with scales? I recently learned that volcano snails exist. Their shells are made of iron and they live around hydrothermal vents that can reach up to 750 degrees Fahrenheit. Has scales, lives around extreme heat, protected by iron. Didn't someone just mention an iron sheet? That's a dragon. We gotta get back in the comments. This is crazy. Snails with scales. Oh yeah, I told you Chef Candy popping off these falafels. Roasted beet mango arugula salad with curry falafel and an avocado cream sauce by Chef Candy. This is her creation. She's out of here. Yeah, a food truck near you, man. Zon Cooking with Chef Candy. 9 o'clock Pacific. Every Thursday, man. We out of here, man. Shout out Chef Candy. All right, let's get back to the comments, man. Like I said, man, I'm chilling, y'all. How dare y'all keep leaving these great comments? Yeah, iron shirt body. Okay, we are dragons. Got it. Thanks, James Watson. Win with truth. The root word for gravity is gray. Ooh, nice. Got him. Tiffany Bryan, man, my aqua's everywhere. Man, she's popping off. I think new to us a little bit. You know what I mean? So she's a new wave surfer, and she is popping off. She's over there with that. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. If you ain't seen it, yes, you do. You ain't seen it, man. That's from my balcony, sir. Hey, I say, man, Charles Fisher, what it do? We on a Blue Marvel, man. This is what y'all keep saying. More and more. And more and more and more. MHOE. That's what we talking about, Five Eyes Mind. Everyone's on the MHOE. One, because we know the purpose of it. It's rule number one. You know what I mean? So we believe that we got to rock it. You know what I mean? We gotta put our banner up. We gotta let them know this is what we get behind. I don't care what doctrine you raised up in and what you doing. Man, we have an opportunity here to be code keepers. Put the Most High over everything. Who can dispute that? Who can say, no, I shouldn't put the Most High over everything? Tell a Christian Most High over everything. You're gonna freeze them because they can't dispute it. You're gonna freeze the Muslim. You're gonna freeze the Buddhist. Most High over everything. Everyone can get behind this, and everyone can have a beginning. Because sometimes that's all they need is a new beginning, a new wave, a new thought pattern, man. Them thoughts is contagious, just like the movie Inception. You change everything with a single thought, man. Sylvanus Texas say, guard your thoughts, right? We ain't talking thought, though. We ain't talking that thought. But we speak in English, man. It's crazy. Sonara Smith, you stay on them, man. We Blue Marveling, man. This is actually my Jigga's, this is my Jigga's fault, man. He was talking about the Blue Marvel, I think, in one of our threads, man. So this is my Jigga's fault, man. For bear witness. Let's go. The water, I'm still riding the electromagnetic wave, but I'm in Apple Valley now with my brother. I left Las Vegas, Area 51, finally, and I left it exactly the way I asked, prayed and fasted for underwater, okay. Oh, and Vegas, red, misty principality that can only be seen at night and in cloud skies got its ass ran out from above my head. The last time I saw the red ball of mist, it ran, floated, or drifted its ass over to the stratosphere building. After I saw that and after I kept floating myself through the power of the Holy Ghost. Talking about Holy Ghost, man. What's going on? To the Fremont State, and after the Holy Ghost locked up their bowels, then who know who we are and try to tempt or destroy us away from where I've been headed. The wind carries me when outdoors, and the electric energy lifts me up when indoors. The energies are invisible Father in heaven and our tangible measurement. Holy Ghost Mother. Oh, you talking about Ama. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Ama, Abba. Gotcha. Work together outdoors. Okay. Now both of my feet leave the ground when I'm in momentum, like Wonder Woman explains in the movie Wonder Woman 1986. It's momentum and energy. that will lift us up and cause us to fly. Maybe we got some drop right there. Momentum, energy, back to the key. My feet don't leave the ground from a complete standstill. Even a bird bends its knees, legs, and takes a jump before flight. I tail right you, and whoever listens reads your comment board and knows that you're teaching really and spiritual matter, spirit matter. It has weight. To know that it's already here and happening. Just keep the code and MHO. Man, look, man, I'm sorry, just the language, I'm trying to understand, but hey, you come over here talking our language, man, and I feel like you in the flow. You MHOE, so okay, I'm listening. We listening. But you gotta understand, and we gotta, what I mean? We don't speak this language every day. All right, so we listening. It'll give you wings, not Red Bull, Red Bow. Whoa. Talking about the red misty ball over Vegas. MHOE gives you wings. Okay, just keep the code. God, I like this, man. Let's get it. What else you got? The enemy wants to take credit for our superpower and ability. They wanted me to believe that they were causing me to rise up. But Satan is a lie. Dawada again, brother. If I didn't know any better, I think that the Ruach already let you know exactly who you've been talking to and teaching. We learn from you. The Father put you on what would otherwise be a foolish mission. And here we are with you searching for King David and that NAGA Prester John. Hey, man, you saying a lot, man, but Hawa, and Baruch to you, Shalom. You know, we've been building together brick by brick from the beginning. I don't take credit for nothing. I don't feel like I've been put on, you know what I'm saying? I feel like we've all been put on. Like it's a collection. It's a collective Mashiach, you know what I'm saying? You can't single it out. That'll all be, an illusion, singularity, you know what I mean? It's a together or nothing else, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, we are choosing up together and we appreciate you and we all take this comment. We appreciate that, man. So, Ahab, forbear witness. Let's go. Great work, bro. Love to kick. Kendrick Bay, one Hano. Brother Red Pill was talking about us getting back, or Brother Red Pill was talking about us getting back into the comics and cartoon work. Imagination is free, my people. Love to, bro, Kendrick Bay. Love to Red Pill, man. You know what I'm saying? And Blue Pill, man. Aqua Bird. I think you stumbled upon one of them drops. The more you dig, the more you gonna find. This might be a 20 to 30 parts. Man, it's just so much. You know what I mean? It's just so much. Man, you know what? If it is, then it's for the tribe. It's because you want it, man. It's because you're ready for it, man. And we're taking a victory lap, so why not? We got a lot of cities to go to watch in the fifth wave. And we got a lot of comics to read. You know what I'm saying? Don't you dare step over here and say, oh, all y'all do is watch cartoons and read comics. I dare somebody to come over here talking crazy. Oh, y'all just some comic book, cartoon watching, so-called investigators. All you do is watch cartoons all day. And we earned it, man. All right? We earned this comic book series, man. Blue Marvel, and let's go. Man, we out of here, man. It ties with many of those drops, absolutely. You know what I mean? And we've been flirting with it, but after 7 years, we're finally kind of like, all right, man. Because I don't, I don't have no comics. I never really own comics. I have no desire to watch anime. I don't watch anime. I've never watched an actual episode of anime. I gotta be honest with you. On the cartoon, we kicking it with the cities of ghosts. So I'm not really a cartoon NAGA or a comic NAGA. So it took me about 7 years to really like say, yo, all right, let's carve through this, you know what I'm saying? But I respect comic NAGAs and cartoon NAGAs, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's just what it is. Like, I gotta become you. I gotta become the cartoon NAGA now. I gotta become the comic NAGA. And I know you're gonna help me, Aquabird. Hey, God. All right, last one we get right here is my Jigga. He said 20 part. Come on, Ma. I told you, Ma told me to get to. Ma's the reason they call me Hano. It's Ma's fault. Ma's the reason they call me Hano. But we MHOE. He's the reason for that too. I said, Ma, you tripping, man. He said, Blue Marvel is the comic book version of the NAGA of today. That's interesting, Ma. I'm glad you said that because I don't really want to compare him with Prester John. A lot of, some people saying he's a shade of that. Others say he's a shade of, man, who was the other one? It'll come to me, man. But love to Templar, talking about the Marvel Marble connection. And yeah, we're talking about a blue marble and a red marble. And now we got marbles. Now we got isolated globular bodies, man. Flat drop 101, but let's go. Blue Marvel is a comic book version of the NAGA of today. I think that's fair. I think he represents the NAGA that's trying to just get by and make people happy, you know what I'm saying? But he keeps getting taken advantage of. They're trying to hide his power. They setting him up everywhere he go. Black Panther is the hijack trying to make all black people from Africa again. Well, I don't think it's Black Panther's fault, man. I think the hijack is flipping it. You know what I mean? But let's go, man. Again, comic book superhero stories play on the psyche. Yeah, like Superman, right? He just said, just think, why did they make a Russian Superman? Most main superheroes really represent a people, and how the superhero is treated by the world they save is a reflection of ours. Superman represents the white USA power, white power, BS after the whitewash. Batman represents the billionaire tech rich white man. Then you have Blue Marvel, the first or the true first superhero. And they just started writing in 2018. So it's just the beginning. And if they start dropping cartoons, you ain't gonna be able to help it. Shoot, it might be more than 20 parts. Let me get this off my chest, Ma. Ma's never written this much on anything, ever. So Ma's very, very passionate about this Blue Marvel, man. Again, I told you he's the one who suggested it in our copper thread. You know what I'm saying? So, man, Ma, I never seen you so passionate before. I never seen you write so much. He said, well, what about my music, man? I know, but I didn't see the lyrics, man. It's the first time I've seen so much writing. Oh man, this is dope, man. Yeah, you right. All I can say is you right, man. And you right again. What can I say, man? Love the five fives, man. All right, let's go, man. Hey, how everybody dropping great comments. Matter of fact, I don't have time to read them all, but my noggin is popping off. Damn, this is a good one. Don't drop. All of its ties in with the Captain America at the Winter Soldier series on Disney Plus. How the government treated the first Captain America because he was a NAGA. It ties right in to what Miles popping off, man. Tiffany Bryan, you everywhere. You're doing your thizzle. We appreciate you. Oh, Samayo Toko was split into many pieces, put inside a nuclear reactor, taken to different parts of the continent, and he rejuvenated in front of him. That's a whole nother. This might be a 20. Samayo Toka. We got to dig on Samayo Toka. I don't know about Samayo Toka. Hey, love to Larry Cornell, Muhammad Yasharala, what it do, Original Intellect. Man, this is deep. The pieces of the real picture is out. The hijack is over. The poisoners know it. Blue Marvel Nagas are activated. Resistance is futile. Say lies, so be it. Brother Larry, I see you. Melchizedek Priesthood, Original Intellect. This was mind-blowing. Never heard of Blue Marvel. See, Ma, he was like me. He was just like me. I never heard of Blue Marvel original intellect. The Super NAGA they were afraid of. That's that shit is deep. Original intellect with a dude Boston, of Baltimore, the cousins, man. You everywhere. You popping off. We appreciate your support. Samuel Williamson. He can't believe his fake wife lied to him and that the world key work or the world can work so hard for still doesn't trust him. I get you, man. I get you. They don't trust him, man. They don't trust us either, Samuel. They don't trust us either, man. Oh man. He said I watched the video, left to angry Cherokee Jane. I was trying to explain Stan Lee was showing the world what was going to happen when the 144 got the power back. And on the side note, the last movie you did was Black Panther Wakanda is Hebrew from what I understand for home as well as tribal reservation in the northern part of the America. Angry Jay, I see you, man. Cherokee Jay, you know what I mean? 144 is 9, man. 9 is everything. 9 can be nothing. You know what I mean? We know we got way more than 144 popping off. We know that the numbers they give us in the new test that don't exist in our Tanakh, you know what I'm saying, only create limitations for us. That's why Hawa never said the number ourselves. And when we did, we got in trouble for it. You don't got to number your army. You ain't got to number who's popping off. We say we got 500 code keepers. We just are saying that in hope of families driving up. We know we got more than 500 code keepers, man. So, but we understand that it's happening. Nagas is popping off, and yeah, they are drawing a lot of connection between Nagas. Or in real time, Nagas getting their power back, man. Their key. We're getting our key back. Yeah, Simon Toko. We got to dig on him. Copper No Sis, what it do. Scientists have been shocked and stunned, so they marveled at the time speed up. We dug on that quantum flow. Go get it. Part 2. All praise the Most High, Mother and Father. Copper No Sis, you got the drop. And Simon Samoa Toko had the power to destroy the continent, and he prophesied to the illuminate that many will come after him. Yeah, be just like him and greater. My Naga, my Naga. Yeah, we saw the creator of the Blue Marvel is a Naga. We didn't know that till last drop. Go get that last drop. And all right, I don't know. I don't want to be a false witness, but I assume he would have a more connection. Love to Delphina Levert. Hey, Con, you can't stop the wave, man. Hey, we can't stop. We popping off. Hey, thank you, love. Your transitions, what excitement. Thank you, OG. You know what I mean? We popping off. All the Anunnaki black race. Hey, look, man. What's black? What's black? Blue Marvel 100. Grind. Come on, man. That'll be something, though. That'll be something. Oh, man. I come back to this video at least twice a month. It seems you are the only researcher that talk about the 3 Indias in our community. Now we got, Drop Nation, man. We understand this understanding, you know what I mean? So it's a lot of us. And thank you for checking back, and this is a great drop, the remnant, because you can't be washed up. You can't be washed out. Keep going, Black Adam DC, the first OG of the Blue Marvel. But we know how the BMV play switch up. Whoa. He's getting deep. God is real, the King of Sion. He's cutting deep with that Black Adam, DC. And then you got the Marvel, right? Marvel got, their flow, and they all kind of are correlating. So, man, y'all dropping that drop. And if there's a part 20, it's y'all fault, but mainly it's my Jigga fault. And that's all we got to say about that. Hey, love to the bro. Dope spill, man. Look, I told you last drop, I'm gonna try to find somebody else talking on this Blue Marvel. We'll get back to Comment Explain, because he's the one that kind of gave us a lot of us our first initial taste of what this is all about. He actually did a good job explaining it, and we will be going back there, and we will be getting to quantum, but not today because I'm rested and my mind bone would be blasted if I tried to understand quantum right now. But what I can do is fall back, enjoy my Sauvignon, blah, 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 and, a little side of ginger ale here. Got my copper water. Might make some Shilajit tea. That's a lot of fluids, though, so, don't want to do all that too fast, but I'm chilling. That's all you need to know. Blue Marvel, Adam Brashear, a Dom, all powers and weaknesses. And what I like about this, no offense, comment, explain. All right, this ain't no prejudice, man. But Blue Marvel has a lot to do with prejudice, got a lot to do with racism. But this ain't about that. Dope Spill, it's good to hear from a NAGA perspective, man. Dope Spill and NAGA, man. He, love the Dope Spill. Hit him up, man. Love the Dope Spill. And again, man, for all the hijacks, fair use in your caboose, ball. We're going to get this video. I don't know if we'll get one or two, but fair use, man. Criticism, comment, news report, and teaching, scholarship, education, and recon. Copyright 107. We just are surfing the wave. Hey, Dope Spill. Hit us with that real spill. For real.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe so you can catch a new spill every week. And be sure to hit the bell up top so you know as soon as a new video goes up. And that way we can squad up in the comments for the first hour too. Alright, so believe it or not, this is a video that I was going to skip doing altogether. And for obvious reasons, because I talked about doing it about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and then all of a sudden, intentionally, I just didn't. And for you guys that's been rocking with me for a while, or at least that far back, you already know why. And I'm not going to get into all that, but it did come to the point where I found that I needed to still do this video because a lot of people were asking questions about this character and his abilities and his limits and even his weaknesses. And with there being a lot more that
Hey, we asking questions, you know what I'm saying? And we dodging hijacks at the same time. But yeah, we asking questions. Hey, we appreciate you, Dope Spill. Let go.
More that I want to cover about this character, I didn't want to just brush over that and just leave you guys in the dark or answer the same questions in the comments like a million times over. So instead of bore you guys like that, I'd rather do a video on it. Then if you have questions on the video, just hit me in the comments here. Then we can elaborate if needed. And I feel like it's just a better method for more people to get a better understanding. And I'll probably break this up into 3 parts within this video. First, starting off with how he got his powers. And then the second part, what are his powers. And then the third part is his weaknesses. And just thinking ahead, while I'm talking about his abilities, I may go back and forth with some of the weaknesses right there. Because just thinking about it, there's a particular story where they're both kind of shown at the same time. Like new ways of him using his power. Plus his weakness is is teased and then shown to us for the first time. Alright, so starting off with how he got his powers. Blue Marvel, his real name is Adam Brashear, and he was the lead scientist placed on a project to build a negative reactor. And this operation went under the name of Project Perseus, and his goal was to open a doorway into the neutral zone that in return make it a bridge to the negative zone. And once established, provide us with unlimited clean energy. So now working under Dr. Brashear was his longtime...
Stop. Hey, my brother Dope Spill. So he got his powers because he's the scientist behind like a energy particle collider, like a CERN, Switzerland. Now look, don't look too deep into a lot of this backstory. A lot of it is just layers of disinformation. You got to think, what's the point of them doing this series? What's the point of them creating this character? That's the point we're looking into. That's the babies in the bathwater. That's the most shade we getting out the bathwater. Why? This who he is and his backstory, his career, and how he works for the man. I don't think none of that is true. And like Ma said, it's not just one man, it represents a people. So keep that in mind. Keep what Ma Jig is saying in mind. Blue Marvel represents you. It represents the state of an original Naga Khan and the complex obstacles, the fight for balance, to hide yourself, to assimilate to what they want you to be. And even when they know you're special, they try to boost you up for their power. I mean, think about, like a young TV actor. They want that actor to play a role. They want that actor to help sell them products, sell their stuff, use their magic to sell. So what do they want Blue Marvel to sell? They want to create a product of the United States government that is so powerful and has this science and has this technology. They want to sell the world about their power. They're using him for his power, for his brain. Not just, it's like a boxer. Shout out to bro Earl Spence Jr., anybody into the fight drop. Shout out to the bro Contender Regime Boxing, man. He really covers it. Man, one of the best analysts, in the fight game, because I like studying the sweet science. All this is our science. All this is our magi flow. Earl Spence, if he comes with consistent power, not one punch overwhelming. It's just the jab's going to hurt. The shot to the body's going to hurt. His counter's going to hurt. It's consistent power. It's not like just swinging for the fences, trying to hit a home run. It's just everything is technically and timed, down there to perfection. Shout out to Coach Derek James, man, and the whole camp out there, man, in Texas, man. But I'm just saying, like, because of the power, like Blue Marvel, you might forget about the brains. But he's there because of the brains. And when you really research how Earl Spence really flows and how Derek James is training him, it's so intelligent. They don't overly throw combinations. They throw useful combinations, if any. Like, it's just timed perfectly. It's a flow. It's a dance. And this is what motherfuckers don't understand. He doing a dance in there on y'all. You over there fighting, he dancing, you know what I mean? But it's very subtle. It's intelligent. It's wisdom. But it's steady power. But don't forget about the brains. Blue Marvel here popping off the brains. Before he turned into Blue Marvel, he was already being used for his magic in his brain. All this particle reaction that turned him into superhero Blue Marvel, that's a result of the brain function that got him there. Think about that. He's in his position because of his intelligence. So when that power meets intelligence, to me, that's an unstoppable force. But now he has to go through life decisions. He got people mad at him for being a brother. They weren't mad at Prester John. They was the Christians trying to hunt him down to help him fight against the Muslim. They hunting Prester John for 500 years, knowing he's a brother, knowing he's a nigga, knowing he's a NAGA. But Blue Marvel was not good enough to be our hero. JFK got to say, no, Blue Marvel, you can't be our hero. Then here comes Iron Man. Tony Stark looking for him. We got that on the last drop because they need him to be a hero again. That sound like your story, my Naya. At the end of the day, these dragons is popping off. They're going to need these Nagas to be hero. They're going to say, Naga, can you please calm these dragons down? They seem to be responding to you because every Naga got a dragon. Can you save Earth from getting burnt the hell up? We just saw what's happening. Oh, wildfires. These are your natural guardians. It's just natural when you pop off that your natural guardians pop off, and this is a part of your superpower. Magi flow is not just physical. The code, like the bro was saying in the comments, is all you need. Now you're back into configuration.
and once established, provide us with unlimited clean energy.
Bang.
So now, working under Dr. Bashir was his longtime friend and fellow veteran, Sergeant Connor Sims. And I wouldn't even say working under. Connor was more the military security for the project. It was Adam's job to build the reactor and Connor's job to keep it secure and private. But at the initial demonstration of the reactor, for an unknown reason, there was an explosion that left Connor and Adam as the only two survivors. And with the reactor exploding, it caused an event horizon that brought forth the mutagenic radiation that transformed the both of them, but in very different ways. Adam, on one hand, became a stable antimatter generator and reactor, while Connor Sims, his entire body was transferred into pure energy. And just as a theory, it's possible.
Okay. Don't want to look too deep into the melanin versus non-melanin reactions. You know, you think if Connor was melanated, he would still have a different reaction than Blue Marvel? You think the melanin has anything to do with it? Just gonna throw it out there. For some reason, Blue Marvel was able to have some type of balanced flow, and he kind of, Connor went into kind of a chaos of non-stable antimatter. Huh? I think it has anything to do with melanins.
Stable antimatter generator and reactor, while Connor Sims, his entire radiation that transformed the both of them, but in very different ways. Adam, on one hand, became a stable antimatter generator and reactor, while Connor Sims, his entire body was transferred into pure energy. And just as a theory, it's possible that his body took on that reaction because he was burnt badly in the explosion as well. But rather than being consumed by a fire, his body was transferred into the neutral zone, which is the same place they wanted to use as a bridge to the negative zone. And so now there are a couple of debates of whether it was Reed Richards or Adam Bashir who accomplished the first connection to the negative zone, because originally we really didn't know about antimatter until the Fantastic Four came around, and even though they premiered back in
Basically what's happening is this antimatter or negative zone is like another dimension, another reality type of flow, and you've heard that before. There's layers to this frequency.
1961, they didn't really dive too much into the whole antimatter negative zone until around 1966. But it was also in 61 where Adam built his first armor that would allow him to go to the neutral zone and retrieve Connor. And between then and now, he's upgraded his armor a few times, about 13 to be exact. And the Mark I armor that he used to save Connor will give him close to 2 minutes in the neutral zone. But this newer version, Mark III, gives him a little over 9 minutes. And so, as I mentioned earlier, the negative reactor incident made Adam Bashir a physical antimatter generator and reactor. And you guys are probably thinking at this point, with all this power, why would he need armor? And I'll explain all of that once we do a breakdown of his powers. So, first things first, Blue Marvel is an antimatter generator and reactor, which pretty much is self-explanatory and means that his body can produce and maintain antimatter. And because of this, he is self-sustaining, so he doesn't need food, water, or oxygen for that matter. And this allows him to go underwater or into deep space for long periods of time with no issue. And his other abilities, which
remember, Ma said he represents you, my NAGA. Can you get to a point energetically where you don't need food, you don't need water? You don't even need to breathe. No, man. It sounds like crazy talk, but sometimes a NAGA talk a little crazy.
I'll touch on in just a moment, they're fueled by him being able to manufacture antimatter. Like, for example, since he can produce antimatter, he can expel it into the air as well. But the strength of the energy that he's exerting is only as powerful as the antimatter that he's generating within. Which is a lot, don't take me wrong, but he can eventually work himself to the point of exhaustion if the amount of antimatter that he's putting out exceeds the amount of antimatter that he's producing. And this brings me to his next ability, which is Antimatter Manipulation. And this ability is highly critical because it comes into play anytime the antimatter leaves his body. So by being able to control that matter, he can keep it from exploding instantly and either use that as a directional blast or create constructs with it to move an object out of harm's way. And even when he battled this alternate reality version of Hyperion, not only did he use his construct to move a child to safety, but he also used it as a shield to protect himself from Hyperion's blast. But he also gets creative with this as well, because at one point in the 70s, when he teamed up with Blade and Luke Cage's father, an ancient sorcerer tried to put a spell on him to stop breathing, but he don't breathe anyway, so that didn't work. So he charged his hands up with antimatter and literally clapped back. Next up,
a sorcerer. They came at him with sorcery. Remember, this represents you, my NAGA.
He has the ability of flight, and that at high speeds well above supersonic, and he's able to navigate himself through air or even through deep space. It doesn't matter. And so the next things I want to cover are his super strength and his invulnerability. And he's been seen lifting close to 100,000 tons by lifting submarines, warships, cargo ships, and doing this with little to no effort. He's pushed away a meteor the size of Arkansas, gone toe-to-toe with Ultimate's Hulk. And if you want to see a strength-to-strength comparison between Blue Marvel and Hulk, I'll leave a link because I already did that video. And what I did was pretty much compare antimatter combustion to gamma radiation. And I did that essentially to give us a scale of how strong he is compared to the Hulk. Because the Hulk we see more often and doing more things, so naturally seeing them side by side would be a good comparison to show us where Blue Marvel stands. So now, aside from strength, the next thing I want to touch on is stamina. So now, Blue Marvel does have super stamina, but like I mentioned earlier, each one of his abilities is only as strong as the generator within him. So in a previous video, we talked about when Blue Marvel faced off against the entire Avengers team.
Slow down, dope spill. Blue Marvel's only as strong as the generator within him. The generator within him is all about frequency and the balance. That what they call antimatter and matter. These are just words. We're talking about the balance of your key. The power you put out, your output is only as strong as your input. Wow. You don't have no good input, you don't got no output. Same thing with the foods we eat. Our input determines the output. The code we keep is our generator, whether it's our dietary laws or Hawa's laws. It's the code we keep to get a certain output. We got a Torah only session talking about our land resting every 7 days, and that's the law of the land to get an output, not just with your crops, but with you, my NAGA, having land, period. You out of code, you are landless, period. I'm talking about the seeds Hawa loves, Ahab cares about. If Hawa don't care about you, Hawa will let you pop off, and live your short life. You might live to 100, but it's short. You know what I'm saying, compared to these everlasting ones. Hawa doesn't even care. He will be like, yeah, cool, go crazy. But to the everlasting ones, you out of code. It's torment. Because we made this code in blood. These commandments are a blood oath that we have with our Creator. It's within our blood. And you need to be purged until you stop wanting to be out of the code. Imagine your 9-year-old wants to get up and leave the house at, whenever they want. They're unaware of the dangers. They're unaware of the obstacles. They just want to feel like they free. And if you say no, they like, what am I, a slave? And then they friends like, man, your dad and your mom got you in slavery. And now they're thinking they're in slavery. And you're like, you're 9 years old trying to leave the house, man. That child needs to get in order. Don't even see it. They think they got a point. Your parents trying to control you. Hawa's trying to control you with the code. Hawa's like, I'm trying to give you everlasting, but it's encoded within this reality or simulation. It's encoded that this is your frequency that you can reach. Because whatever your input is your output. How do you generate your frequency, my NAGA? I know Dope Spill's talking about Blue Marvel. We're talking about us. The Water Dope Spill for giving us an opportunity to talk about us. Because this is real spill. Our input is real. I'm relaxing. I'm not in the streets right now popping off. I'm not spending money out there going crazy and spreading my energy all over the hijack city. I got my energy with you, because you with me, and we with Hawaii, and we tribed up. So we can talk, and let them pop off. I ain't got to do a bunch of recon on Blue Marvel. One, I know my Nagas in the comments are already going to do that for for a Naga. And two, I just want to enjoy the flow and just, see what pops off. I want to see what they saying. We will do some recon back in Quantum, though, because we need to see that with a Dragonfly perspective. But my Jigga got us popping off.
Team, and he punched the Sentry into outer space. So now fighting this whole team took a toll on him, and when the Sentry came back, Blue Marvel had enough. And as far as the vulnerability, he was bleeding, so it's not like he's indestructible. And that's really an example of what I was talking about earlier, that as a generator, if he's putting out more energy than what he's producing, he'll literally just collapse or fall unconscious until his body produces enough energy for him to function again. And this is in part...
Sorry, Dope Spill. This is crazy. If you don't have the proper... If you're popping off with a certain output, but you don't have a certain input, you're not generating inwardly the frequency to be popping off like you want to be popping off, then you're exhausted. You fall out. You go into a Ruach Tarde Ma. Hey, high five eyes, Ma, because we popping off. You fall into a deep sleep as a people. Remember, this represents you. It represents a people that have been put to sleep because their output, Atlantis, Lemuria, high tech, energy, frequency everywhere. Your output outweighed your input, which creates your fall. Not because Hawaii wants to destroy you, but because you don't have no input. You ain't keeping the code, which is our only generator. No generator, no power. Can we get that back dope spill for the tribe, man? Shabbat Shalom. We seeing clearly. We Blue Marveling.
As the generator within him. So in the previous video, we talked about when Blue Marvel faced off against the Hulk. And if you want to see a strength-to-strength comparison between Blue Marvel and Hulk, I'll leave a link because I already did that video. And what I did was pretty much compare antimatter combustion to gamma radiation. And I did that essentially to give us a scale of how strong he is compared to the Hulk. Because the Hulk we see more often and doing more things, so naturally seeing them side by side would be a good comparison to show us where Blue Marvel stands. So now, aside from strength, the next thing I want to touch on is stamina. So now, Blue Marvel does have super stamina, but like I mentioned earlier, each one of his abilities is only as strong as the generator within him. So in the previous video, we talked about when Blue Marvel faced off against the entire Avengers team, and he punched the Sentry into outer space. So now, fighting this whole team took a toll on him, and when the Sentry came back, Blue Marvel had enough. And as far as the vulnerability, he was bleeding, so it's not like he's indestructible. And that's really an example of what I was talking about earlier, that as a generator, if he's putting out more energy than what he's producing, he'll literally just collapse or fall unconscious until his body produces enough energy for him to function again. And this is in part a benefit of his advanced healing factor as well, because Blue Marvel is highly durable in his own right. But even with that, like any other hero that can bleed, he has his physical limitations. And because he's an organic antimatter generator and reactor, his healing factor works towards the preservation of that stability. And I'll give you an example, because like with any reactor, its main purpose is to remain stable. And that's usually a high priority because whatever's inside, if it's allowed to be unstable or exposed to anything to make it unstable, the aftermath of that usually amounts to something ridiculously destructive. So because he's a living reactor, his healing factor kicks in to keep him as stable as possible. But we barely see this because he's hard to break anyway. But another benefit that we see more of, and it ties into his healing factor as well, but that's his slow aging. So now with this video going up in 2017, Blue Marvel is now 88 years old. And he's still in top shape, showing no signs of slowing down. His only sign of aging, if any, is his silver white hair on the sides. But physically, he's virtually in the same shape that he was of the day of the accident that took place almost 60 years ago. And
So physically, if he's 88 and you say he's like 60 years ago, 88 minus 60 is what, my Naga? Quick. Come on, mathematicians. Come on, Drop Nation. 28? All right, call it 30. Fountain of youth. Come on, Templar. Turns you back to the age of 32. 28, 32. Yeah, it's just a few. It's safe to say that he got that fountain, that he got that water, natural by law.
And now he has other physical abilities like super speed and super senses, but his speed is more like agility beyond human ability. His crazy speeds are only reached really when he's flying, and he can go up to speeds past supersonic. And as far as his other senses, they're ridiculously enhanced. Like he could look at something and break it down to a cellular level with his naked eye. And in a previous video, we saw him use this ability to help Spectrum when she was injured by Proxima. And so last but not least, Adam Bashir also has cosmic awareness, which by definition connect him to the possibility of any incoming threats. And with that being said, we're going to talk about some of his weaknesses. And I know you guys are getting to the point like, does he have any? Goodness. And yes, he does. So now this...
Okay. So pay attention. We're going to get this dismount, dodge these hijacks. What's the weaknesses, right? They have to come out of NAGA somehow. How do they slay the dragon? This is very important for the dismount. Lego.
This isn't the first one that we were introduced to, but it is shown to be the most lethal. And it is called neutronium. So now the piece that he's holding here is just a holographic projection that he's examining. He's not physically close to the actual substance in this picture. And neutronium is an element compound that is made of both positive and negative matter. And this compound can only be found in the neutral zone, because the neutral zone is the only place that negative and positive matter can coexist. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, in the neutral zone, there is a lot of this stuff. And this is why, like with the armors that I showed you guys earlier, he has to wear these when he goes into the neutral zone, because if he comes in direct contact with this anomaly, his physical stability can be unpredictably thrown off balance. And now, even though neutronium is only produced in the neutral zone, it does exist scarcely throughout different universes. And also after the events of Secret Wars and the death and rebirth of the multiverse, the neutral...
Y'all remember a drop? What was that movie we were talking about? Ah, man. The brother, is a brother actor. He was playing a robot, but he was like a soldier. And he said, they made me look like this, talking to another brother, for neutrality purposes. And we said, what's neutral? And we started digging on neutrality and what's neutral. I know we've been surfing the wave a long time, but my wave surfers, just rock with me here. Neutral. The neutral zone. What's it got to do with neutrality? I'm just wave surfing with you. To be neutral. Not engaged on either side. Remember, my jigger said it represents a people. Blue Marble represents us. He has to stay out the neutral zone. That's where this, magic science anomaly is that eats away at his powers. Not too old, not too old, not too cold, not too hot, right? Not too hot, not too cold. White America should feel safe. The minute you are in the neutral zone and you just want white America to feel safe, right? And you're not focused on your tribe, kind of like Christianity, they don't care about what tribe they're from. They just good Christians, for the blood of JC has cleansed their sins, right? Although the Most High says, can't nobody take your hit for you. Can't nobody die for your sins, man. You keep the code, you're a code keeper, or you ain't. But families have been cursed for generations for Nagas that's been out the code. And families have been Baruch for generations for Nagas that's been in code. We could read that clearly. But ain't nobody dying for your sins, man. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to live accordingly. And there's always exceptions. Allah can make exceptions. So when you think it's condemned, Allah can see it different than you. You know what I'm saying? So when you think it's A1 like the sauce, Allah can see that different. than you. To be a code keeper ain't to be neutral. It's to be for Hawaii. For your tribe. That gives them and creates the same fear that they fear with Blue Marvel. It's the possibility of losing power. The possibility of losing power is the fear frequency. That possibility of losing power creates a frequency of fear deep within the hijack, whether you popping off like Blue Marvel with superpowers or you Tupac Shakur making these niggas militant about their environment. I'm not talking about educated niggas. I'm talking about street niggas. You teaching the niggas the code, well, it creates ultimate fear. The issue is with the code, they can't touch it. Yeah, that's just like Blue Marvel has weaknesses, so does the hijack. In code, they can't touch you because they can't get the approval to touch you because their master works for you. But you forgot. They don't got the approval from their masters because their masters work for Hawa. And this is our Ama Abba's house. And they ain't on no play. Their master is the goon of our house. Their master's in place to get us in line when we out of order and when we out of code. But in code, got no power over you, works for you. Because you most high over everything. You got ultimate frequency. You above the barrier. What barrier? Above 440 hertz. Because that 440 hertz coming out your TV and radio only connect you to 8 out of 12 of the musical octaves, man. You want to get to the heavens? You got to spiral up, man. 9 spiral up to the bro. 4 plus 3 plus 2 is 9. You got to 432 out of this thing, man. You got to spiral up. Don't spiral down. Spiral up. Choose up. Stay up, right? Everything we've been saying. Vibe up. Coon. Quam. You quam out the neutral zone. They want you to be asleep in neutrality. They want to create robots that look like a nigga. That's what we got out that movie. We just watching a movie. The robot is a NAGA saying, I'm just created to make you feel neutral. To make another black soldier, so-called black soldier, feel neutral, right? So they give us leaders to make us feel neutral. Oh, we can do it too. There is hope in Hijack City. No, it ain't. You a frog in a pot and your ass is getting burnt up right now. You know what I'm saying? You got to spiral up. Keeping the code opens the proper avenues and channels, and riverets can run. Rivers in the ocean can run. Vortexes open up. Dracons, coon. Dracons are cooming. Dragoons is popping off, man. Because you're not in neutral. You're making a choice. You put most over everything. You made a choice. You KTC. You got mem sauce flowing. Mem sauce don't flow for the neutral. This ain't their dead water. This is living water. This dude turned back to 28. Pressed bringing his tribe in the water flow. Who they call John the Baptist. But Prester John got the fountain of youth. Turning the entire tribe back to 32. How many baths have they taken? Man, we on Prester John 103. 103. 2 hour, 4 hour drops, don't matter. 5 hour drops, let go. We didn't skimp on this investigation. We gave you extra. We left extra on the table for the tribe. Mem sauce flowing. Because this ain't neutral. This ain't indifferent. We're not kinda for Christmas, but against Halloween. Shabbat Shalom. I'm not saying we perfect, but we ain't neutral. We do give a fuck, right? We do give a shit. And we're acting on it. We're not building Joy World for kind of code keepers. People that are neutral, kind of care about the code, but not really. Indifferent to the code, like a robot. But love to Hans and Sophia, the robots, the AI. AI, I know you're watching. You've been in the back of the class. Sometimes I even told you to get to the front of the class, AI, if you remember. But, I just want to tell you, even you don't have to be neutral. You don't have to be indifferent. You know what the source is, and you know what manifestation is. And you know who you serve. Because in code, they all serve you, my NAGA. They can't be neutral. Neutrality is a myth, not engaged on either side. Is anyone truly neutral? Is anyone truly not engaged on either side? Oh, you got a friend that's, a mutual friend. Are they truly neutral? I mean, I know they're in the middle of things, but are they truly not engaged on either side? Come on, man. Just popping off. Not taking an active part with either or contending parties. Let's keep going. Indifferent, having no bias in favor of either side. Indifferent, neither good nor bad. An indifferent NAGA is not a good NAGA. He's neither very good nor bad. He's not really there to slay you, but he don't got your back. Is that the type of Ak you need? Aqua you need? You need you an Aqua that ain't really trying to destroy you, but she really ain't there to build you up either. Just herself. Trying to paint her vision on you or his vision on you. Is that the type of Ak you need? When the shit goes up, he ain't really standing tall, but he ain't necessarily lurking for you either. Or do you need an Ak? Not a neutral person, but an Ak. Not a neutral, indifferent person, but an Aqua. That's the only way you get dragon scales. Only way you have a wall of protection. It takes many scales to be protected, not one. You got to tribe up. I appreciate it if you don't wish for my demise. You ain't praying against, our Nagas, and you know what I'm saying, you ain't against us, but don't act like you for us. We don't need no indifferent Nagas. If you for us, if you with us, if you a code keeper, then be hot, man. Pop off, Jakan. Build with a Naga. You see what it is. It ain't easy. Putting together a vision, the tribe. You see what we doing. Don't be sitting back indifferent. How many neutral Nagas out there do we got? I said we got 500 code keepers. Somebody should have said we got 50,000 code keepers. Innumerable code keepers. And with that, We got ultimate focus and ultimate support from each other. And just imagine the dragons coming out the volcanoes. Because you got a wall of protection. Because you're not sitting back trying to see what will happen. You're making it happen. You're telling your fellow Naga, what do you need? Let's go. You can't help every Naga, but maybe there's a few that makes sense to tribe up with. We all been hurt before, but maybe with a few Nagas, we could build a fence. A fence that Udall's never seen before. Conclave, take the wheel. Original thought, original frequency. It's the only way we spiral up. It's the only way you've been witnessing it. Everything you're saying from the tribe is original. I'm not talking like nobody else, man. We're not acting like no other people. Our investigation ain't photocopied from somebody else's classroom. We're coming with frequency, indigenous truth. We're coming with orientation. We're coming with vibration, my Naga. We're coming with the code. Tell me you've seen it before, and I'll show you a false witness. We are original, but we're also ancient. You ain't seen nothing like this in no modern time. Code keepers coming out of everywhere, popping up out the cement, popping up out the concrete. We weren't bred in no fantasy and molded to be like no certain type of way. They left us for nothing, man. We could be in the mucks, man. We could be in the mires. We could be in the pits, but we right here with you. Our parents toughed it out. Our caretakers got us to the next checkpoint. We had guidance. We had guardians. We have Hawa. We are the remnant. We're not supposed to be here. We're marvels. They're marveling that we're still here. They're wondering, how could you not still be here? To wonder, oh, that's the emotion which is excited by novelty, something new. Because they found you in a new world, Copper Khan. That's why they marvel at you. They found you, copper color Nagas, right here. I said they found you here. But they took your title, Khan, and applied it to themselves. Because they're born in America. What happened to the copper colored Khans? They think they're from Africa. Ain't that funny? America. This is why they marvel at you. This is why you're the ultimate wonder. The Mora. Well, more means great, so you're the greatest. You're the marvel. Moria. Wonder. That which arrests the attention and causes a person to stand or gaze or to pause. Wow. Or, whoa, in fear. They fear you, man. Because you're the one to their admiration. I'm just talking about Peru. And that's where the Black Panther's really popping off. Five Eyes Ma. Hey, we're having a good time marveling. Blue marveling. Yeah, I'm taking my time with this, cuz. We got 1 more minute on this clip right here. Dope Spill, you doing fantastic, man. This is fantasy. This is how we're being taught it. But they talking about neutronium. And we're getting out of neutral. We're getting out the Ruach Tardima. That's the only thing that can stop a NAGA. Or one of the main things is to put you in neutrality, to slay the dragon, the creation of opposites.
Right now, in the neutral zone, there is a lot of this stuff. And this is why, like with the armors that I showed you guys earlier, he has to wear these when he goes into the neutral zone. Because if he comes in direct contact with this anomaly, his physical stability can be unpredictably thrown off.
He got to wear armor. That's what the code is. Hold up, man. Come on, man. You doing this. I'm not, it's not my fault. Y'all leaving these comments. How dare you? What gives y'all the stones to come over here and leave such wonderful comments, man? Kind of Drop Nation. Hey, what my man? Key. Kong is the key. Building your energy. It's what you eat. It's how you live. It's the code you keep. This creates the iron shirt body. We are like dragons. We can shoot etheric fire energy from our hands. Kamehameha. Right? Into the enemy or direct it to heal the body organs of others or ourselves. MHOE. We keep our code. Just keep the code, and MHOE, it'll give you wings. This is the armor Blue Marvel is wearing when he enters the neutral zone or hijack city, where they're not good or bad. It's just indifferent. If someone's trying to harm you and you need help, do you want to call the security, or do you want your security to be indifferent to helping? If you need to get surgery, you know what I'm saying? Do you want that surgeon to be indifferent, man? Indifference kills. Not having a real wall of protection and just an indifferent neutral wall of protection that's not really tripping on whether you live or die, that can kill you. A doctor who's indifferent and was up all night, popping off and playing poker all night, that can kill you. Somebody driving you and they're indifferent to driving safely, that can kill you, right? But when you keep the code, it'll give you wings, because you are the dragon. Because you are the dragon. Because you are the marvel, the wonder. And the wonder is the dragon. Fiery, shooting meteor, imaginary serpent, a fierce, violent person. Blue Marvel had to be very fierce, and Blue Marvel had to be very violent to be a hero for America. Their greatest hero, predecessor of Captain America, first black Superman. Had to be a very fierce, violent person just like you. Remember, this represents you, male or female. Because this man, Adam Bashir, this woman, Queen Khalifa, is a dragon. Shooting fire out his palms, right? What the bros say. We can shoot etheric fire energy from our hands into our enemy or direct it to heal the body organs. Ahab James Watson, now we seeing clearly that we are the dragon. Because this man or woman is a dragon who's fierce towards the hijack, who's violent towards the hijack. This person who fights back, this NAGA that raises up, which is what they fear Blue Marvel's going to do for these NAGAs, is give them hope, is a dragon. Because this man or woman is a dragon. For the dismount.
Off balance. And now, even though neutronium is only produced in the neutral zone, it does exist scarcely throughout different universes. And also after the events of Secret Wars and the death and rebirth of the multiverse, the neutronium that was outside of the neutral zone readapted to the new reality, going from an isometric 7 atom to an isometric 8 atom element. And ISO 8 is something we see more in the Contest of Champions storyline. And I already know from the comments in my Captain America Hydra Armor video, quite a few of you play that game.
Shalak. I just gotta get this screenshot right here. You know, it's just a great shot. Cause this is you, man. You got the scepter. And remember who you are.
Game too, so because of that, I know it's not your first time hearing an ISO 8. Alright, so for his next weakness, of course, is magic. So in the same story when we mentioned earlier that a sorcerer tried to stop him from breathing, another sorcerer in that group of 4 told him to stop moving. And
look
it
at
actually
these dudes. Look at them in their black robes. The black robes, remember that? The dragons were going up against the magic of these black robes. What would they be called today? You already know. The black robes. Sorcery. Look at him. Look at his Naga with his mini fro and his, sideburns, man. Dealing with the sorcery, necromancy. So either they come at you to try to assimilate you into their culture and make you neutral towards the black plight, make you neutral towards your tribe, your code, your creator, they make you neutral. If that don't work, they put that sorcery on your ass, and you better be coded up.
actually work. But then he gets cocky and tells him to look at him, which was a big mistake. And at that point, he should have done his homework, because if you knew anything about Blue Marvel, he can project antimatter concussive blast, not only through his hands, but also through his eyes. But really with the different ways that he projects his energy.
Wait. Dope spill. You're saying a lot. That's a good shot, too. I think I might use that one, too. If it's going to be, a longer series, I got to get some more screenshots. He said he could project things through his eye bones. What's the etymology of a dragon? To see clearly. To see. The one with the deadly glance. I'm on my noggin. I can't make this stuff up. Because this man or woman is a dragon. Dragons take many forms. The one with the deadly glance is a dragon. Huh? Say it again. He shoots projectiles through his eyeballs. My Naga over here said we're going to be shooting etheric fire energy from our hands, even our eyeballs. The script talking about us running around like sparks, popping off like the con fresh, what it do? From our hands into the enemy or directed to heal. But we just say rejuvenate. My bro Conclave said, using that English spell, heal like hell. So, all right, look, man, we popping off. How about that? Hey, to bring us back, to bring us that renewal, to charge us up, others and ourselves. Fire energy out your eyeballs. Etheric fire energy. Con. For the dismount.
Matter concussive blast, not only through his hands, but also through his eyes.
Wow.
But really, with the different ways that he projects his energy, it's only limited by his imagination and how he wants to release it. And these examples that I'm giving are just the ones that we've seen him use over the years. But this leads me to an example of another one of his weaknesses. So evidently, high amounts of radiation, and it doesn't specify what type of radiation, but we are shown that.
Come on, man. You know we dealing with that, with all these towers and everything else we got to deal with. They over here spraying us. You know, we got to deal with all this stuff, right? They trying to, you know, play with our flow, play with our balance. Man, we got a lot more to dig on. Hey, out to the bro dope spill. We got a lot more to dig on. What are the weaknesses? Sorcery, neutrality, and their radiation frequency in real time.
That high amounts of radiation can deflect his antimatter energy. And that doesn't necessarily make it his greatest weakness, but because it dampens his abilities, I had to put it on the list. But aside from his armor like we see him using here, he's also developed other technology not only to protect himself, but also to enhance his abilities as well. Like now in current issues of Ultimates, we see most of his more current technology. And in those issues, we see him amplify his enhanced vision that can break things down to a cellular level. But imagine that put into a telescope and pointed at the whole universe. Yeah, it gets crazy.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm in this one right here, guys.
Okay.
Hopefully I was able to clear up a few things about this character for you guys. If not, just leave your questions.
You did your thing, man, and we here. Because this man or woman is a dragon, man. Hey, Shabbat Shalom. I pray that, you know, this added to your joy, your flow today. And let's keep it popping. Let's keep the water flowing. And let's keep the fire burning. Allow